Welcome back to the Crypto Gorilla YouTube channel. It's the end of the week where we cover the biggest news stories surrounding brands and VCs entering the space. If you enjoy this kind of content, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, as I drop brand new videos every single Tuesday and Friday and you don't want to miss them. So one of the biggest news stories of the week was around blockchain gaming, as multiple Web3 tools were added to Unity's assets store in the decentralized section. If you don't know Unity, it's one of the biggest game engines in the world along with Unreal Engine. And although multiple tools were added to the store, the one that stole the spotlight is going to be Metamask with their software developer kit, allowing developers to connect their games to a Metamask wallet, unlocking a ton of in-game features. Now, some additional tools that were added to the store are Infura with their NFT API, which allows game developers to retrieve NFT metadata, customize NFTs, and even mint NFTs in their game. We also saw Truffle Suite being added to the store, which allows game developers to deploy smart contracts in their game, unlocking features such as NFT rentals, as well as integrating third-party marketplaces directly into the game. Now, if we hop onto the Unity website, we could see that a ton more tools were added to the store, such as Algorand's SDK, one for Aptos, we got one for Flow, IMX, and even Filthy Solana. So it's great to see more and more tools being added and available for game developers. Continuing in gaming news, Hyperplay launched early access to their alpha, offering developers better tools as well as a game aggregator, which includes games from the Epic Game Store, GOG, as well as their very own store that has a Metamask integration. Now, building on top of Hyperplay's launch, we saw Smashverse announce that they would be launching their Web3 Battle Royale game on the Epic Store via Hyperplay. Next, in NFT news, for the very first time, a Tyler Hobbs Fidenza piece was auctioned off live at a Christies auction. It sold for 290,000 euros, which is roughly $350,000 US. Now, the current floor on a Fidenza piece is roughly $110,000. However, it is worth noting, going back in November, a piece similar to the one that sold at Christies was sold for 295 Ethereum, which at the time was roughly $325,000 and is currently worth close to $500,000. Next, we had a mint announcement out of Animoca brand's PFP collection Mocaverse. It will be dropping on March 6th. You will be able to mint up to 2, the first of which is free, the second of which is 0.138 Ethereum. Now, it does seem like people are very bullish on this. It was quite difficult to get whitelist for this collection. You had to either be a partner, an investor, an employee, or get very lucky with those tickets that they airdrop. However, if we look on the Binance NFT marketplace, you could see that 4 Mocha list, which is whitelist for their collection. I had no idea that this was available on Binance, but you could see 4 sold, and one of them did sell for over $5,000. Now, while it's hard to determine anything from 4 sales, I do know that whitelist was selling for between 3 to 4 Ethereum inside of Discords. So it does seem like people are really bullish on this, and I'm excited to see how this goes down. Is this going to be a Moonbirds type situation where people assume there's going to be a ton of big money piling in, or did people just overpay for a whitelist? Next up in brand news, Panerai, a 160-year-old luxury watch brand, revealed some of their plans to add digital assets to their in-house crafted exclusive experiences offered only to selected customers. The way this would work is when a customer is selected for one of these private experiences, they would also receive a custom art piece that reflects their experience. Now, they also mentioned a digital passport. I'm not too sure what this is going to do. From my understanding, it just sounds like a fancier way of saying a wallet. Oh, that was hella cute. She just poofed down. She just poofed down. Continuing in brand news, Adidas's Web3 lead, Erica Wykes-Snide, revealed that the company is considering token-gated drops for both holders of specific NFT communities as well as holders of specific cryptocurrencies. And in this article, you can see that they do specifically mention ApeCoin. So I assume sometime in the future, we might be able to purchase exclusive Adidas drops only with and if you own ApeCoin. Now, I do really like that they're open to this idea. I'm personally extremely disappointed with their execution on their original NFT. However, I'm very happy whenever I see brands moving in this direction. I do believe that more and more brands are going to turn to these kinds of solutions as they enter the space, allowing not only crypto payments, but exclusive drops and experiences based on the assets you hold. Now, interesting enough, in an interview with Decrypt, one of the co-founders of Salesforce's Web3 studio did say that he believes the wallet will become the new cookie in the sense of data, and in the future, wallet functionality would be embedded across all brand websites. Next up, we have a ton of news out of Yuga. Some of it is a bit old by now. You probably heard it multiple times. First off, the one of one key did sell for $1.6 million. And along with that, we also have the closing of the sewers for the second time. The toad mode is now officially over. They're currently calculating the scores to see who is in the top 2,500 places to receive the companion trait. And the next event, which is the summoning, will be happening on March 8th, followed by a reveal happening in the end of March. Next up, we had an announcement that Yuga Labs is going to be launching their very own Bitcoin Ordinals NFT. It's going to be an in-house art-based drop, a supply of 300. It's going to be auctioned off, so there is no whitelist. And as predicted, along with this, we did see a rise in the interest in Ordinal NFTs. Now, it has been very interesting to track this, if it's just going to be a fad or not, and we are seeing some pretty big people in the space launch their very own Ordinals collections. Some examples of this are going to be Kyung's with the Ordinals Cubs. The other one is if you hop on the free NFT website, I did speak about this last week. You're going to see here by John Fio, there is the free Ordinals NFT mint. This is the Moon medallions. So I would definitely recommend signing up to this one because it's absolutely free. However, I do want to quickly mention, I'm going to cover these next week. I'm going to do a big gaming video. I just don't want you to miss it. So I would highly recommend signing up for Elemental Raiders Battle Pass. I do think this is going to perform very well. It's backed by Binance, by Cetify. It's by one of the founders of EA Games. And I just really think it's going to perform well. I don't know anything about this one, Anipang. I'll look into it. Like I said, it's free. You have nothing to lose. So I would definitely sign up to the raffle and try to get whitelist, but I will try to get more information on these. Next up, in some metaverse news, we have some giant Japanese companies banding together to create their very own metaverse economic zone. Now, the project is currently being called Ryugu-koku, and it brings together the likes of Mitsubishi, Fujitsu, Mizuho, which is a Japanese bank, and Sompo Japan, which is an insurance company. Together, they do plan on building an open metaverse infrastructure, and they're going to be working on everything from the tech to a metaverse coin to financial functions as well as insurance. Continuing in metaverse news, we also saw Avalon raise $13 million to build their very own interoperable digital universe. They're very specific on not calling this a metaverse. Now, the team consists of members of some giant companies such as EA, Microsoft, Blizzard, and Sony, and it will be built using Unreal Engine 5. Finally, I did want to go over some stories about central bank digital currencies because this is progressing very quickly. Now, we saw a ton pop up in the first few months of 2023. Just this month, we had Brazil, Russia, and Japan. Now, there is this very interesting website. I'm going to link it in the description down below. You can track every single country where they stand on CBDCs and how far along they are. For example, if we look over United States and Canada, you can see that they are still in the development phase. However, a country like Nigeria, it is already launched and it was very poorly received. Now, this month, we have announcements out of England that they're exploring their own coin called Britcoin, as well as a pilot program for Australia for their electronic Australian dollar. Now, I know many people say that we already have digital money, it already exists. Most of our money is in the bank and I just do transactions online. And while it is true this is digital money, there are still some key differences between that money and a central bank digital currency. Now, the easiest way that I could explain it is the regular money we currently use is kind of just like zeros, it's dumb money, whereas CBDCs or central bank digital currencies, that is smart money. That is ones and zeros. That is like code. You could program that money to do what you want. So effectively, a government would be able to control what you're able to purchase and not purchase with that money. And I know that sounds like a dystopian nightmare. However, given that power, I don't see it outside of the realm of possibility that many governments are going to start to abuse this. Now, I know there's many people who also believe CBDCs are going to make cryptocurrencies irrelevant and not needed. I think it's going to do the exact opposite, specifically due to all the restrictions and government controls that CBDCs come with. Cryptocurrency is essentially freedom. Nobody can tell me what I can or can't do with my Bitcoin. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching New Crypto Gorilla. Peace.